What's up, people? So we're back here in the garden again today. I had a subscriber yesterday comment saying that I should probably move them out of the garden. I agree with you. They're growing a lot bigger than I thought they would. To be honest, I didn't really look into it too much before planting it in here. So I'm gonna try to dig these up without ruining the roots, and I'm gonna plant them in my backyard. Basically, I have a little border in my backyard that I'm trying to do without making a fence, but I still want a kind of a little wall for privacy. So I'm gonna try to dig these things up. Over there, I don't mind if they grow up as big as they can. So first thing I'm gonna do is remove these little planter boxes out of the way if I can. If not, I'm gonna have to dig around them. So I'm gonna dig as gentle as I can and try not to ruin the root system. All right, so I have 3 different plants here. This is the smallest one. I've actually already removed the box for it. I am just barely going around a little bit at a time. Like I said, I'm not trying to hurt the root system too much if I can help it. But I also don't want to dig too deep to where I mess up the barrier underneath the mulch. It is pretty soft out here because this does get watered pretty often. That's why they're growing so good. But I want to get them out of here and put them in the backyard. So it looks like it's moving pretty easy for the smaller one. I'm gonna try to pull it. I know that's probably not the best technique, but I'm gonna see if it'll come up with just me pulling on it a little bit. That sounded bad. I mean, it's coming up slowly. I don't feel like I'm stressing it out too much. And I still got a big root system here, so that's perfect for this one. When I planted this one in, it was just about this big, so that was a few months ago, so it's definitely growing good. So here's the root system on this one. This is the smallest plant that I have. You can see there's tons of roots on here, so I think this one will do really well. I just pulled it up a little bit. You can probably see right there, I did cut that part of the root off on accident, but the rest of it looks pretty good. So I'm gonna put this one to the side and try to get these 2 bigger ones out. So now I'm working on this one. This is the second biggest one. I'm not gonna be able to move the boards around it, so I'm gonna have to dig underneath it and try to pull it up through it. So let's see what we can do. There's the planter box. Slowly but surely. Trying to be gentle with this. I don't mess up these roots. Try to get as minimal damage as possible. And I have no idea which way the roots are running on these things. If I mess it up, it is what it is. You live and learn. So, what am I gonna do here? It's coming up. If I don't throw my back out. Oh my goodness. Now that's some roots right there. All right, we're getting there. Early morning workout right here. All right, so there's the other one. This one still has the box around it, but there's all the roots. I think I was able to get most of the roots without hurting them too much. but this one's pretty big. All right. Whew. Yes. All right, so we're in my backyard now. This is where I'm thinking about putting them at. So just to give you an idea, there's the cabana, the little dog pond, my Vitex plants over here, my hummingbird plant right there in the middle. There'll be a little bit of a gap here, and put one blackberry bush there, the smaller one in the corner, the other one right here, and then down this way I have my elderberry plants, which are still kind of small. They're still trying to get established. This is where the carport's going to be at, parking right here, and then you'll be able to enter right through here just on this side of the fence. There's Tom and Rhonda's house over there, so it'll be a nice little opening over here, and then this will kind of be like a plant privacy wall once it gets a little bit more established. But I can't wait for these to get bigger, these elderberries. A lot of new growth on them though for being such a small plant. Over here I am watering the yard just to make it easier to dig. I gotta dig a pretty decent sized hole to get all these roots in there, and then I'll keep it nice and watered for the next couple of weeks. And I will have these little boxes around it as well, just to kind of help hold everything in and keep the animals out of it, keep the dogs out of it from digging it up. But that's got a ton of roots in it, so I have to dig a decent sized hole. So I had something planted here in the past, so there's already a hole pretty much dug. I just got to clean it out. Give these roots plenty of growth room. I'll come back in with some extra dirt and some of the mulch from the garden, build this up. That way it stays nice and pushed in there and nice and watered. I may put something on here to kind of hold it up, but we'll see. But this one's pretty much done. Luckily there was already a hole there. I think these other ones have a little bit of a hole too, so it shouldn't be too hard to dig. plants are right in line with the fence. I could always build a fence on this side if I wanted. It would lean up right to it. And then if you look back this way, just plants all along, all the way back to the dog pond and back to the cabana. So it kind of pretty much encloses my little backyard. And then also I have this back here is my actual big backyard. So don't mind the grass, it's all dead. We're supposed to be getting a bunch of rain this weekend, so looking forward to that. And then over here on this dog pond, I'm thinking about getting that grapevine out of the garden because I know it's going to get big as well. Removing this little plant right here, adding another 2x4 going up in the middle. That way the grapevine can grow up and over. It'll help shade all this. I do have a shade cloth up there, but it should grow right over the top of that. It's going to take a little bit of time to do it, but I think it'd be pretty cool to have a little dog pond covered by grapevine. So I think it's the next thing I'm going to do is go dig up the grapevine out of the garden and plant it over here. All right, so we're back out in the garden. As you can see, this shouldn't be too hard to dig up because it's nice and wet around here since it gets watered twice a day. So hopefully it'll come up pretty easy. I'm going to try to remove this cage real quick. Actually, I'm not going to be able to. It's connected all around, so I'm just going to have to dig the whole thing up. Once again, I'm digging carefully so I don't hurt all the roots. Some of them might get hurt, but it is what it is. Oh yeah. All right, you can see I got a lot of the roots still connected on here, so that's awesome. It was able to pull pretty much right up. I just didn't want to cut too many of the roots. I was digging carefully, but it's a pretty decent size one. Next thing I got to do is dig up that middle plant there and then put this thing in and give it a lot of water, a lot of attention, and hopefully it'll start producing soon. All right. Ugh. Looks like an octopus. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. See what the best way to attack this thing. I guess just like this. Ants are getting me. Give this a good watering. And then I'll start moving it around, trying to teach it to grow. All right, all right, all right. It's in there. Looking good. Watered it really well. It's already has these long little vines over here, so I'm starting to make it wrap around this over here, kind of teaching it which way to grow. And then the same thing over here. So hopefully it'll catch on to these 2x4s across here, go up the 4x4s and up over the top. So comment down below and let me know if you think this is a better idea than having it in that garden. I wanted to show you guys something crazy. Like I showed you back here, my yard is dead. We haven't had rain in a while. It is supposed to rain soon. Check this out, guys. This is how dry it is out here. So that's one of the cracks in my yard. Here's the shovel. Look at part of the shovel just disappear. That's nuts. It goes all the way up to the top part of the shovel. So that's a foot deep crack right there. That's how bad we need some rain out here. So you can see it's got some darker clouds rolling in. I think it's really supposed to start raining on Friday, and then like a 90% chance on Saturday. So keep us in your prayers. We need some rain. All right, guys, that's going to wrap up today's video. I'm tired. Matt and I are going to go ahead to Lake Tawakoni to go do some fishing. Wish us luck. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.